First I cleaned my plexiglass ball with alcohol. It's called 76 by Stamperia. Now I'm using the Crackle Vetro part 1 to prepare the orb so that it will hold the paint. In preparation here you can see me measuring out paint, water and the pouring medium, which I have done 1 to 1 to 1. So 1 part water, 1 part paint and 1 part pouring medium. I'm doing what's called a dirty pour, where you put it all in 1 cup and then you pour it over your canvas usually. In this case I've decided to use the orb and I'm splattering extra colors over the top and drying it immediately so that it doesn't all slide off my ball. I did the same thing for the second half of the orb and prepared it by drying it and getting it ready for the mirror mist. So the mirror spray, the mirror effect spray, I have put over the top of the paint in this case. And then once that was dry, which is really quite quick because it's alcohol based, I cut out the rice paper London map, used mixed media glue and placed it as near to the center as possible and glued it down with a second coat of mixed media glue over the top. Once that was dry, or while it was drying, I cut out these 2 strips from the paper pad, the large 12 by 12 paper pad of Lady Vagabond. And to make them curve round the corner, I half cut them at very close intervals so that they would concertina around the curve of the ball. And this worked particularly well to hide the wiggly edge from where the map had ended. So I've used 1 and I would say 1/4 strips, and then I'm using the mixed media glue over the top just to make sure that it filled itself in. Now I'm preparing my very sought after pizza box by Stamperia. It was slightly damaged in postage, so you saw me add some tape, and now I am using the primer to cover everywhere where there was writing or tape on the box. Blow drying it and just making sure that nowhere you can see the writing through. For the next stage I'm using half sheets, so it's 2 sheets which I've cut lengthwise of the rice paper with the clocks on. And I'm measuring where I need them to start on the front of my box, and I am gluing my box shut. But you'll notice that I actually crunched up the piece of paper before I started, and I'm intentionally crunching the paper as I glue it with the mixed media glue, tidying up my edges and just making sure that they overlap slightly. And now I'm sticking the 3rd and then the 4th paper on, doing exactly the same process, cutting away the excess and tidying it up. So this is something that is quite quick and easy to do, and once I have got it done, I am now adding the top coat of the mixed media glue to seal the paper. For the back of the box I'm using a matching London map from the 12 by 12 Lady Vagabond paper pad, drying it, and as it dries those bubbles that you can see flatten out. So that's the nice thing about the mixed media glue. For the front cover I'm joining the dots that are literally on the print of the clock so that I can cut out the clock. Then I'm working out where to cut the printed acetate from Antoine's to be able to glue it in this window. And I'm just using extra strong double-sided tape on the corners for extra measure. I drew the same size hole on the box and cut it out with my craft knife and then glued that in place. Now I'm going to cut a door in the top of the box. So I'm not using the original opening of the box. I'm creating my own opening using the design on the paper. And I scored the hinge side so that it would bend easily. Now I'm just making sure that I have got glue everywhere, that it won't peel off. Taking out the small 8x8 paper pad, I have traced the same size circle on it and cut it in preparation for when I'm going to add the brad, which is actually a ring fastener, which I've removed all the fancy bits from and left myself with the long brad legs. So now I've prepared the hole for that. I'm adding in the airship paper in the background so that there's something of intrigue inside. And for inside the two orbs, I'm going to use the grey board. Here you can see me poking out all the details and some of the gears and the numbers. In the end I didn't actually use the numbers, but at this stage I thought they would look quite interesting on the project. It takes a little bit of time and patience to poke out all the details, but it's just one of those things you have to do. Then I am clearing up all the little bits and ready to paint. So here you can see what I've decided I'm going to use. And I'm using the Vivace gold paint together with some of the Allegro white paint to dry brush on these grey board items. And I'm just doing them one by one because then I can see what I need and how they will stand out. And I'm using the extra strong glue to glue these in place inside the orb. Now that that's ready, I'm using the leftover Allegro paint with a wide brush, and I'm dry brushing over the creases that I created in the paper when I glued it on. I'm also bringing that same dry brush look to the inside of the door where the excess sticks out and the 8x8 paper pad piece that I'm going to be putting on the inside doesn't cover. Using my sticker sheet, I am now adding all the decorative elements to the box, using the hinges as a latch so that you can open and close the door. This is where I realized that the ring will get in the way once I have joined the two together. So I actually remove that ring piece as well and just use the brad legs to hold it on. Here I'm using extra forte glue to add the 8x8 piece, but I have to trim the excess away where the brad legs need to turn so that the orb can shift from side to side. To hide the legs, I added a chipboard laser cut that I had left over from what I didn't use inside my orbs. Now to make the sticker pieces pop out better from the background, I'm adding some watered down black Allegro, and my project is done. So you can twist the orb and see inside and outside. I hope you enjoyed that little bit of inspiration. Bye for now.